What's happening? I hope you're all well. So early in the morning, hustle grind again, but let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let me make sure this thing's switched on. We're switched on. We're switched on. We're good. We're good. Let me just quickly adjust. We're good. I don't want to record the whole video and then play it back and it's like silence. So, have we been sold a dream about love? Because if you watch the movies, you will see man chases woman, woman falls in love, they live happily ever after. Have we been sold a dream? Because reality is not the TV, man. Reality is not the TV. And to an extent we have, we watch the movies as kids, we see a guy fall head over heels for a woman, he buys her flowers, she says, I like you, I love you too, and then they have this very cheesy love story, and then they live happily ever after. They have kids and they become parents, grandparents. But in reality, I think that love does exist. Don't ever get it twisted. I've seen love does exist, but it doesn't exist in the same way that is portrayed in the movies and the way that we are taught and the way that we are encouraged. We live in the real world. So with regards to love, two people can be compatible, that two people can be really compatible, but there are external factors that you inevitably cannot ignore. So for example, as a man, you do need to have some money, or not necessarily money, but resources. You need to have the ability to extract resources from the earth to provide for your family. Now, I know we're living in slightly different times. These times are very, I don't want to say experimental, but these are very different times that we're moving into. Many reasons, one of them being the development of technology. Men don't necessarily become the breadwinners these days. It's often two people working now, the man and the woman. But that aside, as a man, typically speaking, you do need to be able to at least be able to provide resources for your woman, and women still subconsciously are attracted to men who earn more. As a man, you need to have a strong frame and you need to have strong masculine traits. It's not necessarily needed in the world these days, and in fact I would say it's a lot of the time it's not needed, because physical strength, is it really needed? When you have police, is the ability to extract resources from the earth really needed? Because at the end of the day, men and women are both working now. Women oftentimes are making the same amount of money. Women are often making more money than a lot of men. I had a situation in my family where someone was being Mr. Mum, staying at home, and the wife was going out and running her business and doing what she was doing. So the times are changing, but ultimately women still find men's ability to do the traditional masculine thing attractive. It's not that you have to do it. It's not that it's needed of you, but it's almost like subconsciously women want to know you can. You can provide. You are strong. You have you have frame. You are in your masculine. And if you're not those things, women, even if you're compatible, and I've had this, like when I've made mistakes with women in the past, we've all made mistakes with women in the past. You meet a woman, you're compatible, your personalities are compatible and you like each other, but you start displaying traits that are not masculine and she starts to lose interest because you're subconsciously communicating that you haven't got the characteristical traits, one, to provide good genes for offspring, and two, to survive out there in the world. And in these days and times, it might not actually be the case that maybe you can survive together, but it's the subconscious what you're communicating to us subconsciously. So what I'm trying to say here is two people can be compatible, but if you display traits that indicate that you haven't got what it takes to survive, she will lose attraction towards you. And also women on the other side of the play, if you're a man who's looking to have kids and a woman is unable to do that, then you are going to start to consider a future with this woman, whether that's what you want. So what I'm trying to say here is life is not a lovey-dovey story. Love exists and compatibility exists. Compatibility exists. But what we're sold in the movies about happily ever after, yeah, it can happen, but I would say oftentimes, or a lot of times, it doesn't happen. Or if you do stay together, there's a lot more bumpy roads that you need to go on compared to what's displayed in the movies. What we're sold is not true at all, but love does exist. But as I stated in this video, there are many external factors that you need to consider. And if you were to think that you can just meet someone, and I think a lot of men fall into this trap that you just meet someone and you like each other and happily ever after, you're being naive. So yes, find someone you're compatible with. And I would also argue that there are many people you're compatible with. There are many people who are similar to the girl you think's the only one. I'm not saying that she's not unique. I'm just saying that there tends to be many people that out there that you can be compatible with. But either way, that's what I've got to say for this video. We have been sold a dream. Does love exist? Yes, it absolutely does. But you also need to make sure that you are in a position where your value is high enough to maintain that attraction and compatibility. Because if you meet someone you're compatible with, but you start displaying weakness as a man, her attraction towards you through no fault of her own, just subconscious attraction, you know, she will start to lose attraction towards you. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work, want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. With that, enjoy the rest of your day. See you on the next one.